Good morning, everyone. We're still continuing with the halachot of finding lost objects. So let's say you find a lost object that belongs to you and your friend. What this would mean is, let's say, back in the day would be animals, let's say, that were stolen or that were lost. One animal was yours, one animal was your friend's. Or let's say modern days, we hope it doesn't happen, but let's say a car gets stolen, your car gets stolen, and your friend's car gets stolen. And then you happen to find with a tracker this, and you find the two cars. Now, you could only retrieve one at a time. Right? You can only drive one car at a time. You can only ride on one animal back at a time. And now, if you take one, you drive home, you're going to go back and take the other one. But in the meantime, they might take that one away. You might lose that one. So which one do you go for first? So the truth is, if it's you and your friend, you still go for yours first. What belongs to you is first. If you want to be extra nice, etc., then it's always a good thing to do extra chesed, etc. But technically, what belongs to you is first. There are halachot if it's yours or your father's. Your father comes first, etc. But you and a friend, what belongs to you comes first. Now, let's say you, what?
Your rabbi's car.
Yeah, so I didn't want to talk about you and your rabbi's car, but now that you brought it up, so rabbi comes first too, but I didn't want to. What? Yeah, that's. Anyways, so now back in the day, also it could be applicable today too. Let's say the lost object that you find costs you money. So let's say back in the day you find an animal, and there's a Jewish town. I know this animal belongs to one of the Jews, and they're going to come forward and claim it and bring a sign, etc. In the meantime, I have to feed the animal, etc. I take time, half a day of work to schlep it to my house, to force it in, etc. So other types of examples that, let's say, a lost object that could cost you money, when it comes to the time of returning it, so actually you would charge the person money for the cost that it cost you. You're not allowed to charge him like, look, I'm just charging you a fee for this, or like if you want your lost object, you have to pay me money. That's not allowed. But if it cost you money to hold on to his animal, or hold on to his whatever it was, lost object, right? Then you have to charge. Then you could charge for the loss. And then the question is, what about loss of time? I make $100 an hour if I work here. I found this, I schlepped it home, and this and that. It cost me time. So that you're not allowed to charge your hourly rate. It has to be the most minimum, the most minimum rate, the most minimum fee for that, whatever minimum wage. Back in the day, the Gemara talks about like a poel batel, like a shomer kishuim, like a guard for zucchinis, right? So it's a cheap type of job, right? The Gemara talks about, we had this week, or a person that combs the hair of wool for it to be prepared. So just the guy's combing all day. That's what we said is a very cheap type of job. So therefore you would charge him that minimum type of wage. Last point is, let's say your wife finds a lost object. Who does it belong to? Or your children find lost objects. Who does it belong to? So children that are under bar bat mitzvah and your wife, if they find lost objects, it belongs to the husband, technically. If your children are over bar bat mitzvah, but they're living at your house, so they're somech al shulchan avihem, they're still living at the parents' house. So everything that you're supporting, I'm supporting you, rent, food, etc. So those benefits that you bring in still go to the father. So this would change if, let's say, the child is on his own and he's above bar bat mitzvah and he's not relying on his father's home, and he finds a lost object, then it would belong to him. Okay? Finders keepers? Well, you can tell it to your son, or your son can tell it to you. Okay, that's that for today. Mincha tonight at 5:20. Have a good day, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.